All right, the weekend challenge. How do you enrich uranium? Oh man, I hope we don't get arrested for doing these things. We talked about nuclear reactors before, but let's talk about the fuel that powers it, uranium. So natural uranium can be mined from the earth, and it contains more than 99% uranium 238 or U23B. And that's an isotope that will decay very, very slowly, and it takes about a billion years to do that. But 0.7% of that is U235, which is a naturally occurring material which can sustain a fusion chain reaction, which releases large amounts of energy. So that's the payload shot. That's the one you want. The money shot. That's the Oppenheimer. That's the Hiroshima. That's those moments. You want those ones because that's what gives you nuclear power. It gives you nuclear weapons, all those sorts of things. Okay, there are many ways to enrich uranium, but there's three main types. And I should say too, now before natural uranium can be used in most nuclear power plants, it needs to undergo this process to sustain a nuclear reaction. So it needs to have this happen. That's why enriched uranium is such a big deal these days. But the first way they do it is gaseous diffusion. And that uses uranium hexafluoride gas, UF6, produced through chemical conversion within a gaseous diffusion unit, UF6, is prompted through barriers and like porous membranes, basically a filter with the lighter UF6 molecules containing more of the U235 isotope because it keeps passing through there, and as it passes through more, it'll pass through more quickly than U238, but it'll go through hundreds of stages until U235 reaches the level of concentration that you need for what you want to do. The second one is gas centrifuge enrichment. So it's commercially used enrichment process. UF6 gas is fed into the gas centrifuge cylinders and rotated at high speeds. Think a washing machine, because U238 is 1% heavier than U235, so the heavier one gets sucked to the outside, everything else gets pushed in the middle, and it separates in the two streams that way, enriched and depleted, right? So after enrichment, the UF6, they'll take it to a fuel fabrication plant, where it's chemically processed to form uranium dioxide powder and then compressed into pellets. The third one is kind of yet to come, but it's called laser enrichment. There's two types of that. You got atomic and you got molecular. Molecules. Okay, atomic uses finely tuned lasers to ionize and capture U235 from vapors of pure uranium metal, not UF6. And molecule follows a similar approach, but instead uses lasers to extract the molecule, but they're not yet commercial. Whew. Under 3 minutes, there you go.